All right, guys. Let me know if you guys can hear me well and see me well. Put something in the chat box. Can you guys hear me well and see me well? All right, very good. You guys could. All right, guys, very good. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started in tonight's session, guys. In tonight's session, we're going to try to keep this as early as possible. I am too tired. I have been talking nonstop for like the last 10 hours. So, in tonight's session, guys, I'm going to be answering your questions. If you have any questions, put it in the chat box and I'll get around to answering it at some point tonight. And then we're going to be doing some practice questions, and we're also going to be doing a giveaway. So click on that like button so we can get those giveaways done. Click on the giveaway and subscribe to the channel so we can get this giveaway going. And I'm trying to hit 200,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I think it's possible. I would appreciate if you guys can help me out with that. Click on the subscribe button if you have not. I'm getting too old to do this, guys. I can't teach all day and then teach at night anymore. I'm too old for this now. All right, let's knock out some practice questions here, guys. Let's go through the questions. Who's here from the boot camp? First question up, Veronica says. Yeah, we got a pretty big boot camp, guys. We got a lot of people in there. A pretty big boot camp this week with all my students. If you're here from the boot camp, hopefully you're enjoying it. It would appear the sim questions are not being reviewed and updated. I'm not sure. Send an email to info@TI exams. I update the simulator questions every 3 to 4 months. Any giveaway for CompTIA courses? I do not. This is only like project management courses. Let's go. I did a course with Mimi. It was great. All right. She's a really good teacher. She's probably better than me. All right. You guys got this. All right. Let's go. All right. Everybody said yes. Oh, no. Jordan said didn't pass below target processes. So remember, process is going to be where you have those 49 processes, the components of the PM plan, project documents, agile ceremonies, agile artifacts. That's what you need to know. So review your 49 processes. I know it's asking a lot. And then review all the agile ceremonies and documents. I think you miss part of it there. And I think you're going to be all right. All right, don't be down. It happens to the best of us. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to put on the chat. Hold on. Where's the chat? There you go. Here's the chat. All right. All right, you guys can hear. Very good, very good. Well, the moment of truth came last Wednesday. I took my PMP test and passed. Had cake to celebrate. Oh, man, absolutely. Congratulations on passing your test. Did you celebrate well? You did celebrate well. You had cake to celebrate, right? So absolutely, congratulations on that. I'm super happy we're able to help you ace your exam. What you need to do is go out and get some more cake, because you can never have enough cake. Absolutely, congratulations on that. Do you think this is good? No, get the simulator and try to get at least a 75 to 80% on the simulator, and I think you're going to be all right. The Udemy exam is very knowledge-based, very difficult test because you got to memorize and understand all those terms and definitions. So I would tell you to do that first, okay? All right. When do you rest? Late at night. Late at night. Not really. You know, I was never a fan of sleeping. I don't like sleeping. I know I gotta sleep, but it's like a pain to sleep. Every night I gotta go to bed. I'm like, oh man, this kind of suck. Hey Andrew, please, when will the new PMBOK comes out next week? It probably wouldn't affect your exam for many months, maybe till February, March, April, May, something like that. It will not be added to the exam anytime soon. So if you're taking your PMP exam, don't worry about PMBOK 8th. Today is November 4th. All of you guys should pass your tests before January. Okay, I think that's a realistic thing. I mean, all of you guys, you know, let's take a look at some times here. All right, let's watch some times here. All right, so watch this. Watch my screen. All right, watch this. 1 week. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is exactly from today 8 weeks until December 30th. For all of you guys, you should all be certified before December 30th. What do you guys think? Put yes or no that we can do it. Put yes or no. Can you become certified before December 30th? It'll be the greatest way to start off the new year with a new certification, new doors and new opportunities. So I would highly suggest you guys to do that. We do anticipate the exam to change next year. Not in January. I don't think so. It's probably change in March, April, May, June, something like that. It will change next year. So, and it always gets harder. So what I will tell you guys to do is to please become certified before the 8th. I think you guys can do it. It's not that you guys can't do it. You guys can do it. You know, let me ask you guys a question. What is stopping you from becoming certified within a few weeks? Let me ask you guys a question. What is stopping you from becoming, what is the obstacle that's stopping you from becoming certified? Let me ask you guys that. What do you guys think that is? What is the obstacle that's making you What do you guys think that is? The answer is what? You know, what is stopping you guys? Now, you know, I think you guys test anxiety. No, it's not test anxiety. That's what you create that in your own mind. Test anxiety is something that you're creating in your mind. There's no reason to have test anxiety. What's stopping you guys is, you know, somebody put test anxiety. Remember something, Corey. Test anxiety is you're scared of failure. You know, get to the root cause. Don't be scared of failure, and you're going to be all right. Go in and take the test. Take the test. What's stopping you guys from taking the test is your own self. Okay, you guys know you got to dedicate a certain amount of time in order to study, in order to do your practice tests, in order to finish your class, in order to submit your application. What's stopping you guys right now from becoming certified is you guys. You guys got to make the time. You know, my father, somebody said making time for study, work, family. You know, I agree. Bobby, this is tough, especially, you know, if you're a mom, a dad, you have young kids, you have a demanding job. But, you know, like I tell everybody, my father used to tell me, my father always told me something that I've always remembered, and I tell my kids this, and I'll tell you guys. My father would tell me, time doesn't make time for you. The clock just takes your life away. Wasn't that in a song? Anyhow, so, you know, you guys got to make the time, guys. You guys put in the time. It's not if you can do it, it's how you can do it. So try to make the time. I'm with you. It's tough to make the time. All right? Again, time to study has been the hardest part. Hopefully, Corey's got it. Hopefully, because if this is what you're doing, you're in trouble. Hopefully, you're not one of those people that always complains about not having time but has time for hours on TikTok or Instagram. Okay? All right, hopefully you're not. You guys ever met those people? They're like, I don't have time for anything. I'm so busy. And then they open their phones and they spend like 2 hours, like 3 hours. I'm like, show me. Sometimes I have a family member that does that. I'm not going to mention who before one of my kids kill me. Sometimes one of my family members always tells me that. It's like, I don't have time. And I'm like, let me see your phone. And I'm like, let me check those social media accounts. I'm like, holy crap. There's like 10 hours to 15 hours a week on this garbage you're watching. But you don't have time, really? So, make the time, guys. Make the time. I said hopefully you guys are not. You're working mom, you're working dad. You got family. You got kids. You got a business. You got to take care of your spouse, kids. Maybe you got your parents with you. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I'm with you guys. All right. Hopefully I didn't beat you guys up too much. I need you guys to click on the subscribe button. We need 100 likes before we do a giveaway, guys. We're up 50 likes. There's 112, 15, something like that. What's the giveaway? We're going to be giving away some PDUs. All right. Matt says, thank you for your PMP and ACP. I've passed both exams. Whoa. Congratulations. That's a major accomplishment. And now interviewing for multiple exciting positions that pays over $100,000 a year. Absolutely. Congratulations, Matt. That is the kind of comments that makes my day to know that I was part of that journey to help you score over $100,000 a year. And you know what, Matt? I'm pretty sure this is just the beginning, and you're going to be making multiple six figures in the coming years. Keep it up. Your passion is amazing. Keep that same passion. Keep that same dedication, and you're going to be amazing. Congratulations. Now, did you study well? Didn't have to study well. Obviously, you studied well. Did you celebrate well? Did you get a piece of cake? Congratulations on that. I'm down to 15 days before my exam. What pointers or study plan should I incorporate? Do as much practice tests, review the mindset as possible, and you should be okay. All right? That's what I want you guys to do. Do the mindset, do as much practice tests as possible, and I think you're going to be all right. Just started my preparation. I'm going to give my exam on December 20th. Okay, you got this? You got this? You got a couple of weeks? More than 6 weeks? Be consistent. That's the key. Always remember the mindset. That's right. Ben. Oh, man, Ben. Struggling with test anxiety. Let me ask you, I've done this lecture a couple of times, but, maybe some of you guys are new. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys struggle with test anxiety? Yes or no? Do you guys struggle with test anxiety? Yes or no? Put in the box. Like Ben, do you struggle with... And it's a real thing. It happens. I'm not saying it's not a real thing. But I'm asking, do you struggle? Because I'm going to give you guys some ways to cure the test anxiety. I'm going to give you guys 2 ways to do that. I came up with a good way. All right, I got a new way of struggling with test anxiety. Somebody told me this. They sent me this in an email. I did a video last week, and somebody sent me an interesting way of doing it. So, test anxiety, and we got a lot of yes. A lot of yes. You can see that. A lot of yes. Look at that. Couple no's. All right. Yes. Yeah. A lot of yes. Yes. Screams out loud during an exam. Oh, man. The simulator helped big time. Okay. Okay. Struggle bus here. Oh, man. All right. Let me give you guys some couple tips. So, Well, let me ask you guys a question. I want you guys to talk to me. Okay, you guys talk to me. Let's have a discussion. What is it that you have anxiety about? Now, I'm not a psychologist, so take this with a grain of salt. It may or may not help. All right? Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not a psychologist to tell you how to defeat mental challenges. In fact, I see a psychologist myself. I have an anxiety disorder myself. I'm not going to talk about it. It's a personal thing, but I see a psychologist, no joke, every month. It used to be every week. It was pretty bad. Maybe one day I'll do a video on it, but I do. So there is a room for mental health professionals in this world. What is it about the anxiety? What is it that scares you guys? To me, it's the time constraint. All right, time constraint. To others, it might be the anxiety. I think a lot of the anxiety lies in a lot of it lies in the failing of the exam. How about losing focus on a long test? That's true. That can happen. But I think the real anxiety, again, I'm telling you, I don't want anybody to get offended by this because I'm telling you guys, I think. What I'm about to tell you is my opinion. It may or may not be helpful. People fear the unknown, fear of failing, and this is what I'm going to go with. Would you guys agree that the anxiety has a root in failing the test? Would you guys agree with that? Yes or no? Would you guys agree that the anxiety lies in the root of failing the test? Yes or no? The focusing part. Well, you got to build up that skill. How do you build up the skill of focusing? You build that skill up by doing a lot of practice tests. This test will require 4 hours of deep, ultra deep, did I say deep, focus on your part. All right, you guys agree? Do you guys agree? Yep, it's part of it. All right, absolutely. Yep, failing, running out of time. Okay, so everybody agrees that the anxiety lies in failing. So how about if you remove the fear of failing? Right? If we remove, let me ask you guys a question. If I remove the fear of failing, will that remove the anxiety? For example, when you take a practice PMP test, is there anxiety taking the practice PMP test? Yes or no? Is there anxiety taking a PMP test? Practice PMP test? If the answer is no, then what you guys need to do is to understand that the real exam, one way to get over the anxiety, I told them, if you were here last week, I told the folks this. How about if you do this? How about if you consider the first try a practice test? What if you do this? Now, I have I told you guys, somebody sent me an interesting thought. Somebody watched my video last week, and they sent me an email, and they were in my coaching program. They sent me an email, and they said one of the ways that they got rid of anxiety, test anxiety, was that they took the $275. That's the retake fee. Because if you fail the test, you have to pay again to take it, and it's $275. I told my students last week, or you guys saw the video I did, where you consider the first exam a practice test. And this is how you beat the anxiety. Because you can't go in there with exam anxiety. You're going to keep pushing it off, right? If you have anxiety about the test, you're going to keep pushing it off. You're going to keep pushing it off. You're not going to want to take it. You're going to be too scared to take it. How about if you do this? How did you consider it a practice test? Here's what you guys to do. So somebody sent me an interesting thing. So what this person did was this person took $275 and put it on the side. I don't exactly know what that means. Whether it was a different account or on the side in the drawer somewhere, I don't know. So what they did was they took it and they put it in a separate account. and they hold that. That's their anxiety money. And now they're not scared of failing, because if they fail, they just have to pay again to take it. And, you guys got to understand something. God forbid you don't pass the exam. The world doesn't end. Nothing happens. If you don't pass the test, what happens? Your spouse don't leave you. You don't get any major disease. Nobody dies. The world doesn't end. Somebody says, try that, it works. All right? I said the same thing. Are you the one that emailed me? Maybe. So, you think about it. Conceptualize to yourself. Ask yourself, what happens when I fail? All right? Just welcome the failure. If you accept failure, the anxiety will go away. If you're okay and you have peace with the failing, you will be just fine. Andrew has no exam anxiety. Because you know why? I expect to fail. Every time I leave the house, I'm going to take a test, or I come to my room here to take a test, I tell my wife, I'm going to take a test. She always asks the same question, and I give her the same answer. It's been over 100 times, as I have taken over 100 exams. Every time I will tell her, I'm going to take a test today, she would say, are you going to pass? And then I say, oh, no, I'm not going to pass. I'm going to fail. She's like, okay, good luck failing. And then I go, now she thinks it's a kind of a joke, right? She thinks that I'm just saying I'm going to fail just to say that. But I go into exams with this mindset of, I expect to fail, and if I pass, it's a surprise. It's the craziest thing. I have weird ways of doing exams. Keep in mind, I have over 70 certifications. I have come up with weird methods. Let me ask you guys a question. Would you guys agree to this? Would you guys say this? Would you guys say this? That time is more important than money? Yes or no? Would you guys say that? Time is more important than money? Yes or no? Would you guys agree with this? Yes or no? Put it in a box. You guys agree. Time is more important than money. Right? Does getting your PMP sooner benefit you more than the anxiety? Okay, I think we can all agree that time, you can always get money, but you cannot get back time. I'm going to tell you guys, I've said this story a couple of times on these streams if you've been around. I'm going to tell you guys something I do. I think I said this in a couple of videos. In the PFMP video I did last year, I also said it. I have a weird way of doing things. Now, I don't want to tell you guys I'm rich, and I'm not rich. If I was rich, I wouldn't be standing here, guys, talking Pembok at a Tuesday night, 7:30. If I was super rich, I'd be on a beach somewhere drinking a couple of beers. But I value the time. And I'm going to tell you guys something I do that is crazy. It's like I tell people what I do, and then they're like, are you crazy? And then when I tell them why I do it, they're like, I'm going to do that too. So let me see if this is going to help you guys. Listen. Here's what I do. When I'm studying for an exam, a difficult test, a really difficult test, here's what I do. And you cannot do this for PMP, first of all. Okay? Because you need to do the application. You need to do the application, and you need to finish the 35-hour course. Technically, you need to study before you get to take the test. What I do is this. If I want to take an exam, I will sign up for the tests. I will pay for the tests. And I will take the tests. I will not study for the tests. That's right. I take exams without studying. I want to fail. Sounds crazy, right? Yes or no? Does that sound crazy, guys? Yes or no? When I tell people I probably have the most failure on a test record than anybody else, There's probably a reason. Because I want to fail. I take exams without studying at all. Does that sound crazy, guys? Yes or no? You got to hear my mindset on this. You know? Let me know about it. Does that sound crazy to you guys? You take a test that you don't study for, you fail it, and you're okay with that? Yeah, that's what I do. Now, let me explain to you guys why. You guys think I'm crazy. Yeah, I know. It's craziness. Nobody ever does that. Nobody does that. But why do I do it? Because it saves a lot of time. Let me ask you guys a question. You guys ever study for a certification exam? And you pick up the book, right? You pick up the book and you're reading the book and you're like, man, are they going to ask this on the test? Do I need to memorize that? Do they cover this on the test? And you go waste time. You read some stupid forum, like stupid Reddit. You go read all those stupid forums and you read other people's things and other people think and you read other people think to get their experience on the tests. And you waste time reading that. And then you waste time studying and you start taking notes and notes and notes because you don't know what the hell is on the test. What I do is I already know what's on the test. The first try, obviously I'm not looking to fail the first try. I give it my best shot. What I do is this. I go into that exam room and I'm like, I'm here to fail. I don't care about passing. What I want to do is if I could spend that $275, that $300 to retake this exam, to take this exam again. But I could save weeks and weeks of study time. That to me is worth more than the $300. Is it not? Yes or no? Let me ask you guys a question. If you guys can get your PMP exam weeks earlier, is that worth $275? If you get a $100 upgrade a week on your paycheck, which is about $5,000 a year, if you get PMP, can you get a $5,000 paycheck? Upgrade on a paycheck? And if you can get your PMP 2 or 3 or 4 weeks earlier, it makes perfect sense. Go fail the damn test. Go take the damn test tomorrow, man. Go take it tomorrow. If you're already approved, go take the test tomorrow. You're going to fail miserably, but you know what? That's better than my simulator. It's better than the garbage PMI study hall. It's better than any practice tests. It's better than anybody's experience because now you know what that test is. Now you know how to study. No more speculation. No more anxiety. You go in there, you just do it. Consider it that way. That's how I do exams. Now, I did this for PFMP. If you watch a video, you'll see me do that. Here was a problem with PFMP, PMI's top certification. I did this one in November last year or October. So the problem with PFMP is there's not a lot of study materials. So what I did was this. What I did was I decided to take the tests. I want to be PFMP. I did the whole application thing. And I realized that there's not a lot of study materials, not a lot of practice tests. There's no real courses on it, just a couple of books. So I got all the PMI books, and I'm looking through these PMI books like this, right? I'm like, there's a lot of stuff. I don't want to waste time. It's not a certification that is highly valuable. It's something I just want to have. And I'm like, well, I'm done with the book. I never read the book. Swear to God, never really read the book. Not the physical book, the ebook. I just scrolled through it. I'm like, all right, there's a lot of stuff. You know what? I'm going to go take the test. So I scheduled it for that same week. I go in, I take the test with 100% assurance I will fail. I studied nothing. I didn't even know the definition of portfolio. Well, technically I do, but I didn't know anything about the test. I didn't review the exam content outline. I didn't even know the percentage on domains. I don't even think I knew how many questions I was going to get and how long it was. That's how bad this is. When I go in to do these types of things, and I've done this a lot, when I go in there, I am going in there to memorize the test. I'm not going to pass it. I'm going in there with this mindset of, let me read the question, analyze the question, and come up with theories. And then I start taking notes on the exam paper. Here's what I do. Kind of a little bit of cheating, I would think. What I do is this. I have the exam sheet. Now, this is in the exam center. If I could, I make notes of all the topics they're covering. Topics. And right before I submit the last question, I memorize the sheet. All right? I memorize the sheet. Then I get out of the exam center and I dump the sheet on my phone from my head. So now I know all the topics if I fail. And I've failed a lot of tests doing this, but I have passed them. I have passed them afterwards. The PFMP, for some crazy reason, I actually passed it on the first try, but I can honestly say that was one of the tests I passed without studying. So I'm not sure if that's helpful. You guys can try that. There are some tips. Accept the failure. Understand to yourself. Nothing will happen if I fail. Nothing. World doesn't end. Spouse don't leave me. Kids don't hate me. My boss doesn't fire me. Or at least I hope not. My mother doesn't disown me. You know. I don't get a major disease. I don't know what bad things happen when you fail. In fact, when you fail, you learn more. Failure is what makes us tougher and stronger. We learn more when we fail than when we win. If you win all your life, you will never be as smart as somebody that fails all their life. Yes or no, guys? Isn't that so? Somebody that fails a lot is somebody that has been under a lot of experience, has a thick skin. They can get it done. All right. Did that help you guys? Yes or no? Was that helpful? Did you guys find that helpful? Try some of those things. See if it works. It may not. I don't know. Hopefully you guys can get over it. I want you guys to stop with the fearness. Stop with the anxiety if you could. And just go take the test, man. Big deal if you fail. You fail, just do what I do when I fail. Put a smile on your face and be like, oh, well, I just lost $300. and just move on. I like this. This is good. I like this here. I'm going to use this one. Fail better next time. That's a good one. I like that. Anticipate it. Welcome it. It reduces a lot of your anxiety, man. All right. Hopefully that helps. My long lecture on. All right. Let's knock out some of these things here. All right. We just got apply from PMP. How long does it take? It takes about a week. You should probably get a response by tomorrow, Thursday. Last 2 weeks before my exam. Mindset practice test. Tayo says, I passed the PMP on Monday. Congratulations. Did you guys that passed, did you wear blue? Hopefully you guys did, just like this young lady did. I wore blue and got a piece of cake after the exam. Absolutely. Congratulations on passing. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go and get some more cake because you could never have enough cake. So absolutely, congratulations on passing your test. Is the Udemy mock the same as the one in your book? No, it's a different test. Help them pass. Okay, Veronica's asking everybody a question. I always try to get 80% on the simulators, all right? I always tell people, it's 70. I said 75 is like minimum, but 80% is great. Congrats to all the pass, all right? Keep fighting. You guys got this. You guys got this. How do I get the simulator? TIAexams.com. Oh, no, third time. Need advice. Yeah, don't give up. Unfortunately, you have to wait a year. If you wait, you have to wait a year, and then you can retake it. Redo your study plan, and don't study right now because the exam will be updated by the time you retake it. So just take a break for now. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. It happens, man. It happens to the best of us. All right? It happens to the best. Let me ask you guys a question. If you guys don't pass 3 times, would you guys feel bad? Yes or no? Would you guys feel down? If you guys fail a test 3 times, would you guys feel down? It is truly defeated, yeah. You're not defeated, Shelly. You're not defeated. You've just lost this one battle. You've lost this one battle, but you have not lost the war. You lost the war when you give up completely. The war is lost when you said, I put my weapons down and I give up. You're not down yet. All right, if you don't pass after 3 tries, all right, guys. Just to help Shelly here, because I know Shelly's feeling a little down here. Let me show you me, and I don't hide my failures from folks. I showed you guys this last week. Watch this. So my CCSP exam. It's a cloud security. Remember, Andrew does IT. If you don't know. Check this out, guys. So I have the CCSP certification. I have. Look at my exam history. This is the ISP. I want you guys, check this out. Watch this. Let me show you guys how to fail a test. This is how you fail. All right? This is how you fail. All right? CCSP, July 18, failed. All right. 7 months later, failed. All right. November, failed again. I don't know what's wrong with it. This test was a no-show. They credit me back the time. I did showed up later on in the day. That's why it says no-show. So look at this. CCSP failed. CCSP failed. CCSP failed. Missed the time. Gave me back the exam 10 days later. I missed the clock. There was an emergency. I could prove it was. It was a sort of a medical emergency, and I kind of missed it on this day. And then they allowed me to. They said I didn't take it back. Failed, but I didn't give up. I know I failed it a lot, and I know I wanted it, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna pass it. Finally passed. So it happens, man. It happens to the best of us. You know, the thing is, you're not giving up. I don't want you guys to give up. Do not give up. That's the idea. All right? Don't give up. All right. Hold on, guys. Let's see here. All right, Shelly. Sorry to hear that, but don't give up, Shelly. You got this, all right? I'm with you. I'm with you on this. The problem, the hurdle you're going to have is that you're going to you're going to face a new exam next year. So for now, just hunker down, move on to another certification in the meanwhile, build up your skills, and then come back to it later. That's all. You're not defeated. Taking a break. After the order of change management, mindset is to assess. Correct. When I say that it's 50%, get the right change to the change control board. Can't help you. I would have to see the question, okay? Yeah, assess the change, then send it to the board is what I would tell you. Just started my journey, 60 days. Count them. We got this, all right? You got this? You got this? The hard thing is to stick to it. All right, the 50-question mindset and a load of questions. Yep, do that. That's free on YouTube. You guys can do that. 783, that's not bad. 2 weekends. 2 weekends, you think, yeah, I think you're ready for your test. That's a good score. Those were the first time scores, Virginia. Go do your test. I think you're all right. I'm going through the $200 charge. Question 14. I think the right answer is different. I have no idea what question 14 is. And I'm not going to agree with you because remember, on those questions, I did video answers. So there were no written answers. I actually reviewed them. So no one ever changes my mind on those things. PMP ACP simulator is coming in the next few months. I will make one. I have the questions. I did not review the videos. All right. Somebody said pass Network Plus. Security Plus course next week. Absolutely. Congratulations, Zach, on passing your Network Plus. Zach is my IT student. If you don't know, Net Plus is a networking exam. Yes, Andrew teaches a lot of IT stuff. Networking, IT security, ethical hacking, security management. So absolutely congratulations, Zach. Good luck on your Security Plus. Celebrate well. Get a piece of cake, Zach. Yeah, all right. Get getting testing appointment. Remember, if you're doing it in a testing center, guys, it's hard to get a test appointment. If you're doing it online, you can always get appointments. No testing center. Testing center is booked until February. I did a video on that. I told you guys. I did a video. It's hard to get exam dates right now. In New York City, it's probably crazy difficult to get exam dates. So what I'm telling you guys is make sure that you guys, do the test online. If not, you're gonna have to wait till next year. So I would highly suggest that you guys do that. All right. You guys got it. 8 weeks. Okay, I'll take it. You guys, hopefully you guys do. Take it. All right. You guys will do it. You guys got this. Passed my exam yesterday. Congratulations. Literally heard you in my head. I had an energy drinks too, so I got a BT on business. Yeah, you don't want to get too hyped up, but absolutely congratulations on passing your exam. Did you celebrate well? Maybe you need some cake to calm you down a little bit. Absolutely congratulations on passing your test. Congratulations on that. I took the PMP yesterday and passed on the first round. Thank you. Absolutely congratulations on passing your test. Now, did you celebrate well? Did you get a piece of cake? Absolutely congratulations. That is what we need to see on here is you guys passing your exam. So congratulations on that. Videos, YouTube, videos, Udemy. All right, very good. You guys can all pass before the end of the year. Come on, I want all of you guys to pass. I don't want to see any of you guys back here after January 1st because I want all of you guys to be certified already. That's what we need. Unless you want to come say hi. Not able to get 75. Review the mindset, review the processes, and you're going to be all right. Should I do a boot camp? A boot camp, remember, a boot camp helps you save time. I don't know about anybody's boot camp, but my boot camp, is anybody in here from my boot camp right now? The one I'm teaching this week. I know I got a lot of folks in my boot camp this week. Is anybody in here from my boot camp right now? Are you guys enjoying it? Am I entertaining enough for you guys? So boot camp saves time. With a boot camp, you get to ask me live questions. I get to explain everything to you in depth. You learn all the materials you need to know in a week. So it saves you lots and lots and lots of time. You get your applications done. If you're in my boot camp, I do the applications with you. Like my students tonight, I was doing applications with them. We will submit the application this on Thursday. So I do it with them and I submit it for them. I check it for them. Like tomorrow morning, we're going to start an hour earlier and stuff like that. So that's what it is. It's, I don't want to make something clear about boot camps. Boot camps are great. They teach you a lot of things. It's all about saving time. But I want to make something clear about boot camps, It's a lot of materials very quickly. It's a lot of material. So keep that in mind. 4 hours is a long test. I'm with you. That's what it is. Not knowing the materials can give you anxiety. I'm with you. All right. We talked about getting exam dates. Yeah, getting exam dates. Remember, if you do it online, you guys are going to be good. I got my certification within 2 months of a drunken night decision. True story. All right. Sometimes you need a couple of beers to give you the confidence to schedule it. Do more exam reviews through the correct. All right, not a problem. Yeah, sometimes you need to do a good set of practice questions. Udemy marks the same as the one in the book. No, it's not. Oh, you answered that one. And less mark on mock exams. You got to keep practicing, guys. You got to go through the material. Sometimes when you do a practice test and you're not doing well, what you guys got to do you guys got to review exactly why you got something wrong. By the way, there's 160 of you guys. You guys got to click on the like button. If you get 100 likes, we will do a giveaway right now. You guys got to click on the like button. Do we have until the end of the year? No, you do not, but I would like to force you guys to have it till the end of the year. If you guys have until the end of the year, it's probably a good thing. Try to force yourself, guys, to finish this test by the end of the year. Try to force yourself to finish the test by the end of the year. All right, let's see what you guys got. If I have 2 PMI, can I use PDUs? When you earn PDUs for PMP, you earn it for ACP because it's the same PDUs being applied. So you don't need to get, I think ACP is like 30 PDU and PMP is like 60. You don't need to get 90. You just get the highest one and they apply to both because they're both in project management. You got to make time, guys. If you want to study, you got to make time. I worked on a long-term infrastructure projects. No, you can, on the application, you can put projects that you have not completed. Just put the end date. When it says end date, just put the end date when you finished it. And don't write anything for closing. That's all. Just put the end date you finished it and don't write anything for closing. What percentage should I reach on the mock exam? Try to get at least an 80%. This person hide it from family that's taking a test. I don't think you have to go that far. Till I pass. I don't think you need to do all that. It's okay. Don't feel bad if you don't pass. I have trouble. Oh no, we answered this one. We answered that one. I passed the PMP October 25th. Congratulations. I've purchased your Udemy 63. If there's a certain amount of time that I should start uploading, you should start right away. You don't have to do it right now. Maybe give it a little while. The best thing you can do right now is celebrate, Austin. Congratulations on passing your test. Did you celebrate well? And then in the next couple of weeks, start going through them. It's 5 classes in there. Start going through them and get your PDUs renewed. Then you got another 3 years on your PMP, all right? Those 3 years comes by really quick. Congratulations once again. If it's important for you, you will find time. I agree. Most of the time. Most of the time. Studying together. I like that. It's good, Jay Wilson. I like that. I like that. That's good. If you have a spouse studying, choose even better. All right. All right. Let's see on the other side. You got this, Henry. You got this. Not feeling down. Gonna get it done. I like that. That's how we do it. Answered that. I'm starting to study right now. Udemy course going to give the. Okay, good. It's a good date to have. Good date to have. Used to, but haven't taken a test into it. Nah, it's not that bad. I just sitting down answering questions, guys. Do you think PMI will accept electrical engineering experience? If it's project, it doesn't matter what the project is. Whether it's in electronics engineering, or it's IT, or it's advertising, it don't matter. It don't matter. All right. You guys got this? All right, some people. I forgot what I was asking. All right. Can you link your simulator practice exams? I could. TIAexams.com, okay? Here's a link to that. Do you think more people pass on the first or second try? Isn't there more people pass on the first try? Okay, most people, 95% of people pass on the first try. I don't know of any. PMI doesn't publish that statistic, so it's my opinion I'm giving you, by the way. But I don't really know. Like, there's no official statistic on that. But 95% of people I know pass on the first try. They do. If you have ADHD, doctor diagnosed ADHD, if you have a letter that is given to you by a doctor, you could submit it to PMI when you do the application. In the application, they're going to ask you, do you need special accommodations? And if you tell them that, they will give you an additional 2 hours on the exam. All right? They will give you an additional 2 hours on the test. Yep. Just gave and passed my PMP. Thanks, Andrew. I took your course on Udemy. Patricia, absolutely. Congratulations on passing your test. That's what we need to see. Absolutely. Congratulations once again on acing your exam. That's what we want to hear. Did you celebrate well? You didn't get a piece of cake? Congratulations on passing your test. All right. Thank you. You got this. Be consistent. You'll get through it. Yeah, they'll get through it. They're worried about the test. It's not that bad. It doesn't, guys, the test don't bite. It's not a lion in a cage. It doesn't bite you in the leg or anything. 4 hours is a long time, though. It is. You guys got to build up that skill. All right, we talked about that. Jessica says, I passed. Listen, everyone, I was crying the week leading up to it. Are you actually were you physically crying, Jessica? Like tears? And when I say, if you go through all these questions, you will pass. All right. All right. So go through the questions. I think, what people are doing is people may be going through the questions and not understanding what they got wrong. Go through the questions. You guys will pass. Absolutely. Congratulations, Jessica, on passing the exam. Celebrate well. Get that box of tissue. Wipe those tears. Celebrate well because you are amazing. Congratulations, and get a cake for everybody. Congratulations on that. That's good. Preparing yourself for a long run because it is a long run. It really is a long run. If we don't study practice enough. No, I think the anxiety, I want to point this out. Gail says the anxiety is if we don't study. You will never study enough. I have never taken a test where I am 100% sure that I have studied enough. I have memorized everything. I know everything. I have never taken an exam. You might have taken over 100 tests. So, yeah, don't do that. Oh, no. Fernando says 2 weeks ago, did not do well. And add in all your materials. Okay, good. Add my materials. Add the simulator. If you already have it, get the cram course. You're going to be all right. The practice is the key. Gives confidence. I like that. That's right. Do a lot of practice tests, guys. I have PMP and the HR certification. So worried if I'll be able to for later. Maybe you. If it's, I don't know. Is it given a Pearson view? Yes, it is. Yes, you couldn't reschedule your PFV, but you could reschedule it. Okay, that was Shelly. All right. We did. We spoke about Shelly. All right. Test. We talked about it. I failed it in 2010. Took the card ticket again in 2011. I just accepted to the test. Do your best. I passed. Thank you, Andrew. All right, Digitest. All right. So, you see, people fail it many years, come back and they'll pass it. So don't feel down. You guys got this. It goes to my performance in the history. That sucks. Then take it in secret. Don't tell anybody you're taking it. Okay? If it goes against your performance and a raise, don't tell anybody. Because then, if I have to take a PMP and it's going against my performance, I'll be nervous too. So what I would tell you to do is don't tell anybody. How long between the first and second test would you recommend? It depends how badly you don't do. I mean, if you get below target on everything, that's probably give yourself a few weeks. If you just have like below target on one thing and above target on the rest, and it's like a barely not passing, then take it in a few days or a week later. Don't wait too long, is what I'm saying. Except if it can significantly reduce anxiety, removing the fear of not succeeding. Yeah, that's the idea. That's what we want, guys. That's what we want. I failed because I ran out of time. I want to point that out. This is important. The time runs out, you fail because you don't answer those questions. I want you guys to remember that the time counts on the test. All right? The timer will count on the test. You have to be very careful with the timer. All right? All right. Couple of times. Just wanted to check. I put forward in my role as, yes, correct. Your role is always project manager. The job title doesn't matter. Always put it as project manager. All right, you guys were commenting on my craziness. Okay. I just thought of something. The fear of failing is the fear of success. I don't know. I've never feared success. Then again, I don't fear failing. Maybe. I don't know. That's an interesting thought. I don't know. I've never thought of it that way, but I don't know if that's true or not. Okay, whatever. I'm thinking of moving my exam date by 4 weeks. Do it. Big deal. Do it. Do it and get over with. Do it and get it over with, guys. You guys got this. Big deal if you don't pass. Big deal. Just do it again. I'm back to say thank you. I passed on my first attempt. All right. Congratulations on passing your test. Did you celebrate well? You didn't even put how you celebrate. Did you celebrate well? And congratulations on passing your exam. All right, we did that. We did that. We did that. I wore blue, of course. You guys got to wear blue, man. If you guys don't wear it, we should wear blue every day of your life, like I do. Every day. David passed on Thursday. Definitely went in a blue shirt. This is why David passed. Absolutely. Congratulations on passing your exam, David. Now, did you celebrate well? Did you get a blue shirt? You guys need to get a blue shirt, I mean. And a cold beer, yes. Somebody said you need a year after failing once. No, if you failed 3 times, you need a year. All right, somebody did answer that. The mind suggests if you pass your PMP, I always recommend to do ACP, by the way. When do you update the exam will go live? When do you think? February, March, April, May, something like that. One of those months. Hey, Andrew, from when do we expect the new... Okay, we just talked about that. Summer, February. Early is probably February. Late is June. Just finished your book. Now it's time for a battery of practice test. Bring it on, December 8th. All right, very good. I like that. Bring it on. I like that. PN's Summit. Become a member. Get the updates. PMR released the 8th edition there. It's coming out as an ebook on the 13th, so you guys can read it. If you are studying to pass your PMP before next year, February, do not read the 8th edition. Do you guys understand me? Yes or no? Do you guys understand that? I will release videos. All my PMP friends online will release videos. Don't watch them. I am literally telling you that when I release PMBOK Guide 8th edition videos and courses, do not buy them. Do not watch them until you are PMP certified. Don't confuse what you already know. The 8th edition is a pretty big difference. Did you guys get that? All right? You're taking this exam on 6-7. Stay away from 8. 8 removes some of those processes. There's no knowledge areas. It's not radically different, But it's different enough that you should stay away from it. Study what you're studying until everything becomes fully updated. All right, I'm studying CAPM. I'm a horrible test taker, but I'm determined. That's all you need, determination. I don't know what's a horrible test taker. I know some people believe they're a horrible test taker, but I don't believe you're a horrible test taker. I think you believe you're a horrible test taker, but you're probably in a great. You probably passed exams before. I don't know if there's such a thing as a horrible test taker, because I think if there is such a thing as a horrible test taker, then I would probably fall in that category because I failed so many tests. I'm probably at a 40%, means I passed 60% on the first try and failed 40% of them on the first try. My own personal record of IT and all types of exams. So I don't know. I don't know if you're a bad test taker, but you're determined. That counts. Okay, we answered that. This is the best hour in YouTube, maybe. I hope so. You mentioned writing the equations first thing. You don't need to do that anymore because they really don't test formulas anymore. Unfortunately, they really do not test formulas anymore. The change on the exam, is it for PMP? For PMP. It might change ACP also. A little bit, not too much. All right, I'm going to get cake soon. I passed PMP in September. And you haven't gotten cake yet? What are you waiting on? It's like 2 months. I passed PMP in September. Mainly because of your videos on the PMP Minds. Is here to chill today. All right. Go get the cake, please. Order the cake on Uber Eats and have them deliver the cake, man. What are you waiting on? 2 months. All right, we did that. If I read your book, do I need to take the online course? You need the online course for the 35 hours. Everything, but what you really need for the test is all right here, by the way. Then do the simulator. PMP is changing, is changing. Sometime in February to April next year. April, June or something. All right, very good. I'm using, no comments on the product. Are most live streams like this to launch project management? No, my live stream is about me talking and answering questions from my students. You don't have to be here if you don't want to. I answer questions and I give questions. Remember that. If you're not finding it helpful, you can literally click away. You know? Right? I'm not sure what Kevin... what that was about. Anyhow. I'm familiar with no management background, but in farm and technical, just trying to learn some basic. Okay, good. So the course is going to give you a full background on everything in traditional and agile and hybrid project management. So you will learn a lot of basic information there. Just go through it, be consistent, and stick to it. I don't know you answered the question on the topic content application, but can I put my years of experience in a company that involves leading a lot of small projects? Yes, you could. The problem with that is if you have to write a lot of descriptions, if you put a lot of projects, you have to write a lot of descriptions. So it's a lot of work. So yes, you could. There's nothing stopping you from putting projects that are short. All right. 12.8, you got this? That promo code, I do not have any promo codes. You will be fine. Yep. You will be in January. Try to do it before the end of the year. Maybe if you can't do it, January is fine too. Good to start now. How critical are the calculations? I'm having a hard time remembering them. You need to memorize them. You still need to. But you're only probably going to get 1 or 2 questions on the calculation. But you're going to get quite a few questions on knowing the meaning of the formula. Like knowing what is SPI, what is CPI. You're going to have questions on that. After taking the exam in January, will I go with the... No. The exam probably isn't going to be changed till later on. Late. Mid of the year, probably. Got PMP and ACP, but no career changes yet. How do you stay motivated while waiting for the next opportunity? Just go sign up and do another certification. And concentrate on building skills. Concentrate on building your network. Go talk to people. Join different groups. Things like that. Join different groups. Build up your LinkedIn profile. Keep becoming more and more social. The more and more social that we do, the better. Nope, no promos. Formulas just to interpret them, right? You don't have to memorize. You have to be able to interpret them. Correct. November 19th, get a good night's sleep. Do a lot of practice tests. Lots of them. Andrew's best teacher hands up. Follows guide and you'll be fine. Thank you, Hall. Thank you. We did hit the 100 likes. Are you guys all here? I forgot to check. I was answering 170 of you guys. All right. All right. Let me get you guys some free courses. You guys have been an outstanding audience. I want to give you guys a lot of stuff tonight. I am going to give you guys a lot of stuff tonight. All right. Number one is I'm going to give you guys 30 PDUs. All right. Let me give you guys 30 PDUs. So I have a course called the Complete PM course. That one is worth 20 PDUs. So let me put it in the box. Watch the box. Watch the box. Click on this link. Do not copy paste the link. Do not copy paste it. Click on it because it has a coupon on the end of it. YouTube is cutting off the coupon. Okay, I'm going to give you guys that one. Now, a lot of that's an essential PM course. Keep it in your account. It's going to give you PDUs later in your life. Keep it. Another one we're going to do is let's do the Agile because the Agile goes with this. One of them is traditional. I just gave you. And then do this one. This one is going to worth another 10 PDUs. These are all Udemy courses. You got to be registered on Udemy, by the way. 10 more PDUs coming up. That's 30 PDUs. That's 30 PDUs. Kevin, stay there, Kevin. I'm one of your students too. So I was asking if more are like this. I will be this hour in your course instead. No, Kevin, what we do, you got to join it at the beginning. Kevin, this whole thing is me answering their questions. But if you stick around, Kevin, I'm going to be doing practice questions with them. All right? In the beginning of it, I'm answering everybody's question because a lot of these students are e-learning students. I don't get to talk to them. They get to talk to me now. And then we're going to be doing practice questions. So you may want to stick around for that, Kevin. Maybe you want to stick around. Does those link works, guys? Yes or no? Plus, Kevin, I just gave you 2 free courses. Check that out, Kevin. Stick around. We'll be doing some practice questions in a few minutes. They do work. All right. Very good. All right. My exam this Saturday. Yeah. Review the mindset. Get a good night's sleep. Finish your simulator. I took all 4 and did okay. Good. Review the mindset. Remember I did that giant mindset video and you're going to be all right. Have you already given the 24? No, I just did. Just did. How do I roll into boot camp? Go to TIAexams.com, TIAexams.com. You can join the boot camp there. Andrew, took your 35-hour course, crash course pass with above target in everything. Confetti cake afterwards. Absolutely. Congratulations on passing your test. Did you celebrate well? Did you get a piece of cake? Absolutely. Congratulations on passing your test. All right. Very good. This type of cake, I know it's okay. It's a little sweet, but that's okay. Almost all cakes except cheesecake is acceptable. Very good. The exam will not change January 1st, guys. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying take it before January 1st. It will not change. And you bought your course in Udemy. How close are the 180 questions to the actual exam? Udemy. Get the simulator. It's closest to the simulator than the one on Udemy. All right? I'd like to know more information about PM Mastermind Program. Let me get info on that. I took that program out. It's not a boot camp. Same thing. All right. All right, we answered that. Well, don't keep doing mock exams, Marie. If you are doing them and you're not doing well, go back and learn the knowledge base. Go back and reread the textbook and rewatch the videos. Do that. All right. If you're doing mock exams and you keep doing bad and bad and bad, means you don't have the knowledge yet to do the exams. So go back and do the exams. Do the time video. Do more exams and crash course. Okay, good. That's all you need. That's what we need to do. Not feeling down? Just do it again. Andrew passed my exam above par in 3 domains. Thank you for your wonderful advice, course Udemy. Best Halloween present ever. Congratulations on passing. The best Halloween present is those cakes that you get on Halloween. I love those Halloween cakes. The little pumpkin cakes. Go Dunkin' Donuts. Get those Halloween donuts. Absolutely congratulations on passing your exam. Now go out, Beverly, and get yourself some more cake because you can never have enough cake. Absolutely congratulations on that, Beverly. That's what we need to see, keeping us motivated. All right, please don't repeat the question 100 times, guys. Can I write the exam at home? Yes, the exam is given at home. 100%, you can do the exam at home. Passed 3 weeks ago, wore a teal shirt. We're taking a chance there. I have a self-diagnosed and used every second on the test. Bought my cake before taking the test. Maybe, Daniel, that was the secret to passing. Buying cakes before you take the test. It's like you have envisioned passing. So you are living passing before you have passed. Absolute congratulations, Daniel, on passing your exam. That's what we need to see. Keeping us motivated, guys. All right, all right. At the same time, study. Sometimes, hey, some of us got to go slower than all. Sometimes. Don't feel bad, man. First time joining live. Do you go over exam questions here? Yes, I do. But at the end, you guys got to wait. I want to make sure I answer everybody. This is the one time a week the students gets to talk to me, guys. My exam is scheduled for the 17th of December. Keep studying. You got this. Tina says, I passed PMP yesterday. All above target. Congratulations, Tina. Your course set me up for success. Thanks, Andrew. Congratulations, Tina, on passing. Did you celebrate well? Nobody puts how they celebrate. Absolutely congratulations on passing your test. Now go and get some cake. One of these days, I'm going to have to do a video of just me eating cake because you guys are not eating enough cake. Congratulations on passing, guys. All right, another person just passed the CAPM. Congratulations on passing your CAPM. Major accomplishment in your career there. Become a certified PM. Where can I volunteer to become a PM in the future? Best places to volunteer is a community center. Some religious place, like a church or somewhere. At your current business of place, the workplace. Just tell your boss, hey boss, I passed my CAPM. I'm a certified associate project manager. I have gained new skills. Is it possible for me to do volunteer projects in the business or just shadow somebody? I would love to help out. Don't ask for money, ask for experience. All right. Oh, no. Pearson View went down. It happens. Yeah, you got to go back and do it. That kind of suck. But what can you do? Hopefully they allow him to take it for free. Mastermind, okay, we answered that. No, we answered this guy. He's the same question. All right. Of course, it comes out worldwide. It just doesn't come to the United States. Going in person on the 30th. All right, maybe that'll reduce some of your anxiety. Maybe it will. For PMP, can you elaborate on the formulas required to memorize? I tell people to memorize the PERT formula, the communication formula, all 12 EVM formulas. Things like BAC, AC, a lot of them in my book and in the course. There's a whole list of them. I can't remember all of them right now, but that list in the course of all those formulas is what you need to know. I say memorize them. Some people say you don't. There are no formulas on the test. This is correct, but some people get them. Some people get the beta calculation. It is, Andrea is correct. You need to understand them more than memorize them. But I always tell people to memorize formulas. Why? Because sometimes people get them. You only get one question, and it may only count for one question. And because it only counts for one question, some people say don't do it. And, realistically, sometimes the difference between passing and failing is literally one question. All right? Can we do it at home? Yes, you could. Live online at home. Book my exam is on the 8th. What should I be focusing? Get the simulator. Do a lot of practice exam on my simulator, and you're going to be all right. So you should be doing a lot of that. Over 1,000 questions. Pass. Okay. Hey, Andrew. Jennifer says, Udemy course. Somebody asked me just now what to do. Look, do the Udemy course. Get the simulator. Pass my exam last Tuesday. Even after no sleep due to hurricane. Oh, okay. All right. Hopefully, if you're in Jamaica, hopefully you're doing okay. Congratulations on passing, Jennifer. Welcome to the world of certified project manager. Did you celebrate well? Did you get a piece of cake? Absolutely. Congratulations on passing. All right, you got this. Just do a lot of practice tests. PMP, CSM, PSM, SAFE. It depends what you're doing, right? Get certifications, Tony, in your industry. If you're a programmer, get programming. Study specific products within your industry. I want to tell you guys to get some AI certifications, but I don't know of any good ones. I am looking into AI certifications, though, but I can't recommend what I haven't taken. I know PMI has one. I want to recommend it, but I don't know anything about it. So I don't want to recommend and tell you guys it's good, and then you guys don't like me because I made you waste your time. December 8th. Okay. December 8th is coming up soon. It's come faster than you guys are going to think, all right? Passed your exam 2 weeks ago. Your video is super. I just want to come back to thank you. I bought a whole cake. Hall bought not just one piece of cake. Hall bought the whole cake. He probably... Hall, did you eat the whole cake too? Because if you did, I'm jealous. I would have liked to eat the whole cake. Absolutely, congratulations, passing your test and eating a whole cake. All right? There's nothing wrong with that. I have done that many times. If your application is... Yeah, you can resubmit it. Definitely. You might not be able to add back those projects, but you could. So I lead 4 design projects a month. Do I need to submit 4? If you list them as 4 projects instead of 1, you got to write 4 descriptions. Every one of those things require a description. Number 6, keep on studying, man. Keep on studying. This is how we do it. You got time, consistency. I took the PMI prep course. All right, didn't like it. I wish I knew yours. I was scoring 70s in the and 90, and I'd be okay now that I am following your way. I think so. Get the simulator is what I would recommend. The TIA simulator. I don't know anybody else's. Will we get the 8th edition? I think that's what you're asking me. Yes. Everybody gets it. All right. You guys said. All right. Is memorizing compulsory? No, you don't need to memorize it. Understand, not memorize. The exam will change somewhere between February and June. Something like that. Something like that. Okay, very good. All right. The best instructor. Can't wait to tell you I passed. I can't wait to hear you tell me that you passed. All right. How about that? It's going to be better. No questions on this. I don't know anything about it. No questions. No comments on PMI products. Thinking about the 49ers is scary. How to keep them in mind. It's not that difficult. No, it's not that bad. The cheesecake slander. Let me ask you guys a question. Put in the box. Did you guys like cheesecake? Yes or no? Do you guys like cheesecake? Do you guys realize that cheesecake is not cake? It's cream cheese. It's like a block of cream cheese. You probably get a heart attack if you eat too much of it. Do not eat cheesecake. It is the worst. First of all, it tastes like vomit. It kind of looks like vomit. Okay? Cheesecake is not good. All right? It is not cake. It is literally, you guys are eating cream cheese and you're thinking you're eating cake. What is wrong with you guys? There is no cake in cream in cheesecake. What is wrong with you? It's literally cream cheese with some flour. Man. That's the problem, man. You guys, that's not cake. Get a chocolate cake. Get a carrot cake. The best carrot cake. Not cheesecake. There's no cake in cheese. I don't know what's wrong with you guys, man. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. Would you suggest a good... I would want to tell you, Bright, a good one, but I don't know. Because I didn't study to pass it. The only thing I would recommend is... PMI has the standards or portfolio management, a new version of it. I would recommend that. That's the only thing I can recommend because that's the only thing that PMI publicizes it for. All right. Scheduling test, good. Got it approved. Working on it, good. People are recently passed. Can you say what? Oh, no. They're asking, all right. All right, not a problem, guys. When will the exam include? Oh, this is a common question. Somewhere between February and June. PMI will never tell you about that. And about PMI AI search. Yeah, no comments on the PMI AI search, all right? Let me hear. Okay, not a problem. I got you. AI mini master's degree. I don't even know what that is, June. You guys do like this cheesecake thing. It's cake, man. No, it's not. Not because they put cake in the name makes it. I'm telling you guys, it's flavored cream cheese. Just call it what it is. It's cream cheese. It is not cake. I don't know what is wrong with you guys. Next time you pick up a piece of cheesecake, see that. Oh, that's me too. I have an allergy to milk, so maybe that's why I don't like it. But still, it still tastes like vomit. All cheesecake tastes like vomit. Now, be realistic. When you eat a cheesecake and you have vomited before, tell me something. Doesn't it taste like vomit? Be honest with yourself. Doesn't cheesecake taste like vomit? Ask yourself that. You guys think crazy, but it's true. Because I've tried. They all taste like vomit. I've never found one that didn't taste like vomit. It's not yummy at all. If you like vomit, you like cheesecake, all right? No, it's not. Carrot cake is where it's at. I am a big carrot cake. Any type of fruity cake. If the cake has like all kinds of fruit in it, it's amazing stuff. That's cake. Flour. Cheesecake, sometimes when you buy carrot cake, they put the frost in. I take it off. Take it off. All right, I take off the frosting, yes. You've lost so much weight in your previous video, have I? Yeah, I've lost like 6 pounds, 7 pounds. I haven't had beer in over a month. No beer in over a month, guys. It's crazy. I think I just don't like the taste of it. Maybe that's what it is. And it's not cake. All right, guys. Udemy course to the exam. Get the simulator. It gives you the most. The ones on Udemy is to test your knowledge. Manage yourself on the exam hall as you prepare for the exam this Saturday. I did a video on the channel about managing the exam timer. Watch that video. It tells you exactly what you need to do by every section on the test, like how much you need to finish. I can't remember the numbers. Guys, we have answered. I have answered everybody's question. Let us do some practice questions. If you're on your way out because you passed your exam and you do not need to do practice questions, do me a favor, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and stick around. I got some pretty cool content coming out. Not right now. I got some really good content that you guys are going to absolutely love. My team has decided to go a little bit broader in terms of content. So we got some pretty interesting content coming out over the next few months. Subscribe to the channel to find those out if you're on your way out. Let us do some practice questions, guys. For the rest of you guys that are still studying, let's do some practice questions. All right, guys, practice question number 1. An agile project has grown to be larger than expected. The product owner will not have a team of his own. This will add 4 new stakeholders. How should the project manager handle the situation? Change your methodology to account for the new stakeholders. Stick to the plan. Meet with it, introduce yourself, but continue to follow the plan. Be sure that the new stakeholders receive all current reports. Okay, guys, put the answers in the box. Let's see what you guys got. Put the answers in the box, guys. Let's see what you guys got. All right, lot of A's. Okay, lot of A's. All right, guys, the answer is A. When there are new stakeholders on a project, you have to adjust the way you communicate to them. You have to find out what type of communications they want and how you can adjust that to it. Adjust your ways you communicate to them. You don't stick to the original plan. That means that you would have excluded the 4 new stakeholders, right? You don't want that. Meet with the state, introduce yourself. Great. But if you continue to follow the plan, it's kind of like B. You're doing nothing. Be sure the new stakeholder receive all the current status report. But how do you know if the current status report is any good for the current stakeholders? Adjust it to the new stakeholders. Number 2, before a project could be authorized, the sponsor is concerned the deliverables will fail to meet the requirements. This is due to concern about rising cost of material. How should a project manager what should the project manager do to handle the situation? Collaborate with the sponsor about the resource concern. Document the concern and schedule a review. Perform a risk analysis. Assess the concern using a feasibility study. All right. Put the answers in the box, guys. Let's see what you guys got. All right. PMI ACP simulator is on the way. Yeah, it is. I will make one be. It might come out in January, though, if you can wait that long. January. All right, guys, let's see what you guys got. The answer here, let's see. All right. Andrea, yeah, the last part. Should be what should the project manager do to handle the situation? All right, how should you handle this? Well, what you want to do is you want to assess the situation. Don't go to the sponsor, collaborate with the sponsor about the resource concerns. If necessary, modify the charter. The project is already started, right? Before a project could be authorized, you don't need to do that. Before you do this, before you do A, do B. Assess it using a feasibility study, because feasibility studies is part of initiating your project. It's part of developing the charter. You don't need to do a risk assessment. If this person thinks you're not going to do a feasibility, that's part of the developing the charter. Let's do D, then you do A. Would make sense. Document the concern and schedule a review in the future. Don't kick the can down the road. Don't kick the ball down the road. Deal with the ball right now. Number 3, one of the key stakeholders expresses concern about unplanned events potentially impacting the schedule. The team is not aware of these events. How should the project manager handle the situation? Request funding for the project planning from the sponsor. Plan a meeting with the team leads. Identify the risks and assess those risks. Continue the project as planned, and remember that extra funds must be requested. Put the answers in the box. Is it enough to watch a 200 Ultra Hard and not to do any simulators? The 200 Ultra Hard covers a large variety of topics, but it does not cover all the topics. Technically, you could, but I don't recommend it. Do first is the keyword. Yeah, do first. You gotta, how are you gonna handle this? Correct. All right, let's see what you guys got. All right, guys, the answer is going to be is the real exam tricky? Stuck between two answers. Yeah, unfortunately. So this question is very tricky. It's a very, very tricky question. As you guys realize, A is not correct. Request funding and do nothing, which is D. But you have two good answers. One is plan a meeting with a team to assess the possible impact of the risks. It's not correct. It's not B. You see, you cannot assess what has not been identified. You have to identify, then assess. I like B. B is not a bad answer, but it doesn't talk about identifying the risks. the question does not identify the risk for you. If the question was telling us the risks and give us the specific risks, B, it makes sense. The question does not. It just says unplanned events. Events with an S. The team doesn't even know what they are. So you need to start assessing, you need to start identifying these risks. Identify the risks and then assess those risks. Now you could assess them with the team. I like B, but B doesn't talk about identifying the risk because you can't assess what has not been identified. It's a tricky question. Finally got a tricky one right. All right, here's an easy one. Found the waterfall is when a stakeholder requests a project to be completed 1 month sooner. Who should approve of this compression of schedule? Sponsor, no need, senior manager, PMO. Put in the box, guys. Put in the box. All right. Let's see here. Seems like a preliminary. There was no discussion. They didn't say that. Gain the confidence. You cannot assess. Okay. All right. All right. Easy one. Yeah, I told you guys. When there's a change on a project, the sponsor will help you to sign off on changes. All right. Sponsor's job. You need to know this for your exam. SPI 1.3, CPI negative 200. How should you handle this? All right. Meet with the sponsor and inform him that the project is progressing as planned. Meet with the team to identify the cause of the budget issue. Meet with the team to identify the cause of schedule issue. Review the scope to ensure the work is getting done as planned. Pretty easy one. You guys got this. Pretty easy one. All right, guys, let's see what you guys got. If you answered that B, if you answered B, you are correct because notice a CV of negative 200 means you are $200 over the budget. SPI of 1.3 means you're 30% ahead of schedule. You don't need to inform, it's not progressing as planned. Not A. Meet with the team to identify the cost. There's no schedule issue, you're doing great. You cannot tell if the scope is being done or not. Number 6. A hybrid project is halfway done when you realize a change in a project component might impact the schedule. You predict a 2-month delay. How should the PM handle the situation? Assess how this may impact the cost reduction of the organization. Be sure the issue log is updated. Utilize contingency. Submit a change request. All right. You guys got this? Somebody says, can you use PMI product and mines at the same time? You technically could. I don't think you need to do that, but technically, yeah. You can use as many things as you want. I forgot the formula. All right, very good. Okay. All right, guys, let's see what you guys got. Kind of a tricky question. This is a risk. Notice, halfway done, when you realize a change in component might impact the schedule, prediction. You're predicting a delay, but when there is a risk, you have to assess the risk against all objectives on the project. So that includes cost and scope and so on. You just don't update things without assessing the risk across all project objectives. Last question, guys. Last question. An organization is moving from traditional to hybrid approach on all new projects. This will impact the way the projects are reviewed. Where will the deliverables be reviewed by the customers? Choose 2. Validate scope, plan scope management, control scope, sprint planner review, sprint review meeting. What 2 meetings in agile and traditional is the scope actually reviewed? Put the answers in the box, guys. Put the answers in the box. All right, very good, guys. You will do it in validate scope. Validate scope is the monitoring, controlling process when the customer or the sponsor reviews the deliverable. Plan scope management is incorrect. That's where you create the scope management plan. Control scope is keeping the project on scope. The sprint planning meeting is to create the sprint backlog in order to determine what work will get done in the next sprint. The sprint review meeting is when the customer reviews the actual work that was done in the sprint. Guys, that brings me to an end, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. I thank you guys for all the likes. Subscribe to the channel. It would be absolutely amazing. I'm trying to hit 200,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I think I could do it with the help of you guys. If you guys don't mind, clicking on the subscribe button would be amazing. With that in mind, guys, I am out, guys. You guys have a good night. Oh, wait a minute. If you're taking your test in next 7 days, get a good night's sleep. Come back. Let us know when you pass your exam. I'm more than excited and happy to hear it. And if you're taking a test in more than 7 days, look at how much people that pass. Hopefully I gave you guys some good advice tonight. You can do it. Keep studying. Be consistent. Let's get this exam out the way before this year ends. And with that in mind, guys, you guys have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good morning. Have a good week, weekend, month, year, decade, century, millennium, and everything else. And I am out. I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye, guys.